Okay,
A little bit
one
lost
comment
right now.
before we begin. I don't know why you would pick a QoP into a Disruptor. I mean, that's just suicide, isn't
I
it?
think they were just thinking more of the head-on-head matchup in the mid lane.
Yeah.
QoP versus Puck is very, you know, who will have the better
There's
skill.
boxes, guys.
Yeah.
Put your name on one of them.
VP. They
You
started
say
off the
VP?
same way. They like these heroes. They dominated the early game with it.
Yeah.
I'm going Diggity.
Wow.
Oh.
Any reason why?
I don't know. I like their
Nope.
combo potential this time
That's
with
great.
Sven and with the Dark Seer and
Whatever.
Sonic
Say
Wave
something.
too.
VP.
Okay, let's head on over to our commentators. It is time for potentially our last game. Potentially, No Diggity is going to force us to game 3 though. Virtus.Pro versus No Diggity. It is time for Odie Pixel and Draskell.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second game of the final series of the day. VP versus No Diggity. VP of course up a game at this point. Similar draws from the opening, at least from VP with the first 3 same opening picks, but let's switch it around a bit. We're going to see Puck and Mirana closing up the gap for them. Diggity this time taking up as well with the Sven and the qojqva QoP. So maybe looking at G's success last game saying, hey, I want a bit of that action.
Well, I mean, it's a blast from the past, too. qojqva had been a phenomenal Queen player since way back when, so no surprise to see them actually pick up that hero. It is a little bit countered by some of the stuff that VP do. The mid matchup, Puck versus Queen, I actually think Puck is still favored. But again, it's a player skill thing, so if you edge out G in terms of mechanical skill, which is not an easy task by any means, you might be able to squeeze out from that lane with a win. And plus, it's very difficult to gank the Puck, even if they put the Mirana mid, for example, which was still possible, even at the last pick, as G has played Mirana sometimes in the past. It still would have been a relatively difficult gank, but hopefully, you know, YapzOr can have a bit of a better early game than he did in game 1. Saw some pretty questionable rolls coming in from the guy, and they don't quite have the super farm-centric team that they did either.
Yeah, absolutely. And already bottom lane because
Veil first, which means it's going to delay your Yules for a long time if you decide to go like Veil into Blink.
it's going to be careful as well with the silence to lead in. And they just feel that they haven't really got the control on their own.
Man, the warding mind games here are real. Like, look, these sentries, if you just move them both straight down, they catch the wards. But it's just...
Nothing to be lost in return. G, can he get himself out of this one? Yeah, he's got the TP, and he will make it. But yeah, a bit of a mess from VP, and Diggity end up finding that off the smoke, and they look to push down the tier 1 as well here.
Yeah, I wonder, yeah, they're just going to go wards straight up. I agree with that, actually. All the heroes on the side of VP are going to be up relatively soon. You know, Coil's available. Puck is probably going to be back. Yeah, full mana, full HP. Give away a little bit of gold to get damage on the tower, so a trade-off.
He's certainly looking a lot closer than game 1. Diggity, they refined their lineup a little bit, and it seems to be working out to an extent, but it's still eyes on the Juggernaut. But I really feel having that Sven, you're going to be able to deal with it a lot better than the lineup that Diggity had in the first game, for sure. Just having that war cry, just having that sustain against the Omnis and the crits. And Diggity, they're going to try and contest rush. They go with another smoke, make the movement over. Can they get here in time, and what can they do? I mean, VP, they're scared. You know, with the healing ward down for 10, they're actually going to try and roll in here with YapzOr. Nice silence onto 2. The Dream Call, though, onto 3 on the back line. G doing it. Jumps in with the waning Ritz, and ALOHANDANCE. He's ready to move in. The Static Storm controlling Cyril, controlling over the Sonic Wave blows through. They'll take down Juggernaut. FNG taking down low to the Magnetizer. The second one down on VP. Don't think you can find anything more, but still G from the sideline throwing in the orbs. A kick down onto a 3rd kill for YapzOr. It's a very aggressive jump in, and G, he's not done. He's still trying to do his best to find this favorable fight for VP, but it's Diggity getting themselves out of the moment. Oh, YapzOr just in time with the TP. But again, a 3-for-2 trade. Diggity coming out on top. VP now.
Is under attack.
Again, ready to come across the map. And the Centaur drops in. It's on the map. It's going to go for the rune tonight, and it does get it. Easy rune tonight.
Yeah, dude.
And still Roshan's there. You know, no one managed to finish it off. They're looking back towards it. ALOHANDANCE, eyes on the mid. He's got the Manta Style coming out as well.
Dire's top tower.
You know, against Sven, Manta Style is one of those double-edged swords. You kind of
really
want
is.
it, because there's an Orchid and an Earth Spirit on either team, but you don't want it because you're buying Manta against Sven, and that item against Sven is completely worthless. Like, it gives you nothing except for movement speed. So it's rough. That's another one of the reasons why Juggernaut's just not so great against Sven in general. Because the way that you normally itemize on Juggernaut is ways to get out of like silences or stop disables from hitting you, and then you use Spin or Omni Slash in the fight and deal a lot of damage. But Warcry counters pick on a high priority hero that secures you another objective. But it's really tough. Like when you're in the game and you don't really see what's going on and you realize that any mistake can just be ridiculously costly in this scenario. It's no small feat.
It really, really isn't. And that's apparent in the way that the game's being played now at this point. Neither team really kind of fully committing to any kind of big scale play. G, he's playing it nicely in terms of the space. You know, he is finding this area down the bottom to continue to farm up. He's got 2.3k on top of the blink. Veil, yours. I mean, does he himself, does he look at the BKB's fans and say, you know, I'm going to need the Aghanim's, or is the Sheep going to just be better in this situation?
I think Hex is always good, to be honest. I think it's just that factor where you can kill a hero before BKBing, and then getting a Hex is just instantly worth it. Especially with the kind of follow-up. I mean, just both teams can do the same thing. You know, you get a Hex on qojqva, you can do pretty much the same. Swap?
Yeah, swap's done onto KheZu, and again, the static's out. No chance. The Dark's here.
Load you down.
And again, you can see Diggity, they really want to try and make a jump onto G. Can he play his way out of this? No. It's perfect timing from Yap.
Yeah, having the boulder smash in animation, passing over the Yules so that it hits right when you touch the ground. That is about the most perfect stun that you can land.
More and more catch coming out for both sides. So Blink Dagger now done on Sind. Abyssal is finished off with Aaron. Okay. Can they do this? This is a big kill for them to get. Although Argos is going to run. Does he have any kind of backup? He does. It looks like he's going to be fine, and he will. That would have been a massive one if they could take down Jug.
I mean, his Godswing is going to work.
That is a huge arrow from yoky. But let's take the point on the backline with a 3-man solid wave Sidra with a Hex onto ALOHANDANCE. They shackle the ball. Everybody gets the Omni Slash out. He needs to bounce over to Aaron. It's not going to happen. He'll get the blink out. See if qojqva can finish this one off. He pops the BKB. ALOHANDANCE, he's got the Abyssal. Controlling qojqva. ALOHANDANCE. No! He goes down. And now there's shackle from Seer onto yoky. The storm out to follow through as well. No, Diggity, it's going to be a team wipe potentially. And they will. They'll find themselves a fifth.
Oh my god, that was so good from qojqva, man. The amount of damage he did during that fight. Sonic Wave hitting all three on the backline, the blink into double disable coming here from syndereN with the ward drop. That was some kind of team fight.
Oh boy. And it was a close one. I mean, we saw ALOHANDANCE, you're getting the Abyss off of qojqva. It's like, alright, suddenly they're able to kill him, but no. That's not the case at all.
A decent amount of chance that it can backfire if you mess it up.
Again, just this period of both teams waiting it out. Not wanting to be the ones to make the mistake. VP, they want to go. They want to go. They want to go smoke. They want to try and catch out Diggity here in their half of the, but already see the line being drawn. KheZu says, watch out guys, get yourself back. They are coming in.
This could be a big fight. The positioning
the
from
scan.
Diggity is really good.
Okay,
it's gonna hit him.
Scanner, it's VP scanner, it's VP scanner,
okay,
VP scanner.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
G, it's all about the jumping. Moonlighting as well, and it's beautiful, it's out of vision. This could be enough. Here we go, they're caught out. YapzOr the first, the Abyssal drop, they want to remove one of these for the fight. KheZu coming in with a vacuum, wants to storm out. They're on 3! They're going to lose Joker potentially as well. He's trying to fight YapzOr with the greens come through. 4 dead on VP.
Dear God.
Oh.
Okay, so 0 ultimates were used except for Mirana ulti there.
Ouch.
They all died so fast that they couldn't even use a single ability.
Oh dear.
Even this freaking Juggernaut just got annihilated. Probably, in hindsight, would have been worth the Omni, the Earth Spirit, so he dies faster. But I mean, that is pretty much your base is dead now.
The base is gone.
There are no buybacks.
Diggity, they want to get the tier 2 though. They do need
Well,
to
they
push
have
the
to
wave
get the
in.
tier
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
No, they don't have to push the wave. They can just kill the tier 2 and run straight up because they have creeps in the base.
Oh yeah. Good point indeed. Good point indeed, Andy. You bang on. Diggity don't care. Straight in. A huge opening for the side.
God, that team fight was nasty.
That was for arguably the game winning, unless they can find it. No, BKB says no. No siree.
I mean, that's satanic spend now if he wants to.
syndereN is so rich.
This is actually the most farm I've ever seen on a
I think, and again.
Even got Aghanim's on the freaking Earth Spirit. With a Roshan and a cheese.
Dude, if VP could take this fight around Roshan, I don't know what the hell's going on with this.
They cannot fight this.
VP.
This is a last-ditch effort if they go in. This is like, if we don't win the fight, we call GG.
I think this is them offering up a GG here if they walk into this one.
Oh, they're going for catch.
Has had games where the Tiny looks absolutely spectacular, but Sven, especially in this current patch, it's a much safer pick, and he just combos so nicely with the fact that they like to run KheZu on Darkseer pretty much every other game.
It wrecks joke. That's the main thing too, because they've been picking that hero in the series 2 times in a row, yeah. So that's their answer, and it's been the answer.
All right, and this could be the end for VP if they come into this one. Diggity positioning themselves on the sideline. VP, how are they going to try and come in?
They're looking for something.
They are. There's an MKV on Arrow as well.
He doesn't actually have much in the way of attack speed now, though. That's one thing to keep in mind for this type of build, because he doesn't have Moonshard yet. So
no.
He hits really hard. He just hits slow.
I mean, Monkey King, what was he? Like plus 15 attack speed or something?
Yeah, it's 15 from that, and then 55 from AC.
I mean, it's something.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but it's obviously like,
no,
you're sacrificing a little bit of damage in the way of attack speed, and you can get kited a tiny bit.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
But so far it's been, well, at least for the last 15 to 20 minutes, it's been all no Diggity.
This, yeah, I was gonna say, at this point, it just feels like it's going to require a colossal throw from Diggity for VP to swing this one back around. They're just in such a good place now, no Diggity. What'd you do to stop this?
A lot of damage coming out.
Not enough.
I mean, if they can even just get the Aegis off of Era, that's a win. Now maybe he
short-term win, yes, but a long-term win. I mean, I don't know. This game is in such a dire place for VP.
You got
2 ranks down.
You got to take whatever victory you can get in this position on. You'd be like, all right, we got the Aegis, that's good. He pops BKB or whatever, and they don't fight, that's good. Everything is good, as long as it's not you losing your last set of racks.
Diggity just being so careful about this. Of course, you know, if Diggity lose this game, they're going home. They're putting everything in this one. syndereN, initiation, they'll jump back in, and he's going to go down. Digging the water in time, indeed, they've managed to kill the Omnislash as well. That's another one for them. Bouncing onto YapzOr as well. They're going to find the Earth Spirit 3 down on the defense, and Era kind of left alone. He doesn't know what to do. He's running in, he's running out, he's running the tower. Oh! But they're taking down the Aegis. The vacuum wall combo doesn't matter for the time being. ALOHANDANCE, and they kill him down the arrow. Not going to be perfect on the timing. They'll be all set up. They've actually managed to kill off FNG there with the illusions from the wall. Era, and they kill this man. He's pretty good against the Jug. Maybe not good enough on his own. He's trying to turn back, but the damage output is too much with the crits, and ALOHANDANCE takes down another. It's a defense of some sorts. They did lose the ranged rack. They did lose 2 heroes, but they hit down hard on Diggity, and they take a huge gold swing off the back of that.
It was pretty big, about 5k. That, see, I don't even know if it's worth it though for VP, because yeah, okay, you get the Aegis off the spell. He pops his BKB and his God Strength before he dies, so you know you can kill him twice. It seemed like everything that needed to go well for that fight for VP did, but then you look at their base and you're like, we have one more fight. Like, only one more fight.
One more fight.
If we don't defend this and we get mega'd, the game becomes just like a...
Who can buy a rapier, Andy?
Well, the Juggernaut can technically buy one.
We need rapiers.
But he needs to keep his Battle Fury too, because he's the only person on the team who can split push out, so it's maybe just get rid of Manta since you have BKB? I don't know, it's gonna be a rough choice. But at the end of the day, even though that fight was very lopsided for VP in the actual kill exchange, the base damage is still done. And that's really the problem now, because you can do that whole suicide up top lane, you know, as long as you have buybacks on your cores, you can go suicide for the Megas. That's fine.
Dance. I feel safe to do this. I mean, Diggity there. They don't really need to fight at tier 2.
They have buybacks on most of their heroes.
Yeah.
Only the Queen and the Earth Spirit don't have it. So. And the YapzOr is pretty close. He's only like 200 gold away. Or no, Sven's not 200 gold away too, because he just bought something. Not sure what it was.
Oh my goodness. Time's coming out, Sind. He's got to get every bit of knowledge that he can.
Yeah, they're just like pinging top. They say, if we just go, we drop the wards in the base, it's Aghanims, I have Blink, BKB.
We go with the smoke up from No Diggity. Now, it's a risky play as well. This is at a point of the game when on the scoreboard there's a 3, there's a 2, there's a 2. Diggity, don't do this. This could be a bad omen. If you're superstitious, you wouldn't make smoke ganks like this one. But looks like they'll be fine for the time being. They're still not going to run into any one of the VP's jungle. They might manage to get into the lane and find out G. And Moonlight Shadow, no, they're going to hex out. G.
They don't have detection.
Oh no. The omen was real! The omen was real! The static's all coming out! Can they do this? Can they turn this fight here at the end? They keep falling low. Oh, okay, it's fine. Who gives a damn about superstition? The Omni Slash, it doesn't matter because the war cry's already out. G fights back with a hex down as well. He's down as well. 3 dead on VP. They don't have buyback available on these cores. And syndereN, he never was a man for the memes. No messing here as Diggity look to take this final series of the day to a game 3. G's down as well, and GG is called. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the game 3 of Diggity versus VP. What a series this has been. Arguably one of the best of the day. One of the best of the day, and it's not over yet. We have got another action-packed filled game, and look at that. They've got to feel good after that as well. It was just really nice.